Darwish.
What's my name?
Is it you, Zia Darwish?
That's me.
When is your birthday?
Whoa, 24th of the 677.
Oh, it's you. Present and correct.
Thank you.
They're just preparing your medicine now, shouldn't be too long.
So this is me every 3 weeks for the next, who knows, could be 3 years, 10 years, 15 years, but every 3 weeks I got to get this. Pembro immunotherapy, lifesaver. So no one likes to receive bad news, and it was this day, I swear, it was just like being in the movies. Just everything just stood still for a second. The oncologist had, once he found the tumor, he had to do some testing. You know, they found it, they cut out a little bit, and they examined it to see whether it had penetrated through the wall, which meant to see if it had spread through the rest of the body, through my lymph node system. And that was bad. That was really bloody bad if that was the case, and we didn't know. The oncologist said, let's just wait, we'll give you a call. You know, it's bad enough, you know, nothing of cancer, let alone being told that we found something massive, and at this stage we don't know whether it's spread to the rest of your body or not. See, that's the worst case if it spreads, because if it spreads you could be up shit creek straight away, right? It could just go to your liver, your lungs, who knows, it could just go anywhere, and then you could die really fast, and I don't want that. So there I was one night, my wife got a phone call. I was in the living room, I was in the bedroom, and she got the call from the oncologist, 6, 7 at night. So there I was, like a little boy hiding around the corner, waiting for the good or the bad news. Either which way it was bad, but it was gonna either be worse, life-threatening. And there was my wife crying. I could hear her crying. As soon as I heard her cry, I thought, that's it, that's the end of me. So I smashed my head against the door frame, thinking, fuck it, that's how I'm gonna go out. I popped my head around the corner and she was smiling with tears. She said, it's okay, nothing has penetrated through the wall, it's been isolated. It's an isolated incident, and nothing in your lymph node system. And I just cried with joy, like a 5-year-old boy, just happy. So now that we got partially some good news, my wife was like, so what next? The oncologist was like, take a holiday. Your surgery starts in 2 weeks or 3. So from all that stress, all I can tell you with stress, it's a massive killer. So my wife decided, you know what, we always wanted to go to this place. What's the place? You know the place, the Maldives. So we went to the Maldives for about 8 days, and it was spectacular, man. It's just what we needed, because this shit just doesn't affect you, it affects everyone around you, everyone. So we took a short break. Here's the break. Touchdown. Smile. Yeah, welcome now, guys. Good morning, yo. You can see it's raining. Yeah.
Welcome to paradise.
Australia, mate. And Australia, we swim in the ocean. I got this on because I'm sunburned. Come on. Be Australian.
So that was the Maldives, or the Maldives, whatever they call it. It was pretty cool. We needed it, because I didn't know what the hell was coming next, and a lot of shit was coming my way. So I go into surgery, and I met the surgeons and the oncologists, and they basically said, listen, we're going to cut this tumor out and you'll be gone maybe in about 48 hours. Just protocol, you know. I got an epidural in my back. Well, I think that's where it only goes. I don't know. I've never had a baby. And next thing you know, they put that mask on my face, go to sleep. But you try to beat it, don't you? You think, yeah, I'm gonna beat this, yeah. And they count down 4, 3, 2, and you're like, yeah, I got this, mate. But you don't. Woke up in a world of hurt. What had happened, what they didn't admit, was they stuffed up the epidural and I had massive back spasms. Like, so crazy, I was swearing like a trooper in the recovery room. I was swearing like a sailor, and I am a sailor. Prior to this crazy stuff happening, I lived, and still do, live a great life in Dubai. Very successful personal trainer, traveled a lot. Life is good in Dubai, and it's a whole lot better without cancer, I can tell you that. I just knew before my chemotherapy that I had to keep my fitness up, and you know, luckily enough I had some good mates like Alex. You going nightclubbing, mate?
I'm a little bit early for the nightclub, am I not?
I've been regarded as one of the best looking guys on earth, but then I met this guy.
You're right there. I'm like a supermodel compared to my mate Ziggy here.
If you can't understand what he means, he's Scottish. So it's very hard to understand what Alex says.
People will understand me, mate. I'll speak a bit slower
Yeah,
for you.
okay, speak up a little bit louder so the kids at home
So
can
the
hear.
kids at home can hear me,
Kids
mate.
can home. Now, when you go through this shit, it's important to have good mates. Now, prior to getting the crappy news 2 years ago, this is what the lads, including Alex, this is what we used to do every day for lunch.
This is Jason Woodham. This is Dan Costello. This is Alex. I don't understand anything that any of these guys say. I've known them for years, but I have no idea what they say. Oi, 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 pretty. Push-ups, mate. So us boys pretty much train every day 5 times per week.
But it's really important to have a good support system, and Alex was one of the first to know with a couple of other guys because I trained every day with him. And
yeah, it was. I think it helped Ziggy at that time when he was training all the time with his bad news that he had. Kept his mind preoccupied. I would use the word preoccupied, and he trained just as hard as the rest of us. You would never tell that there was anything wrong with him, but
the chemo sucked big time, but the boys would be making jokes about me all the time.
We took the piss out of you.
You took the piss out of me.
They're like every day, here he comes, like,
oh, you're not dead yet?
You're not, mate, yeah. You've not died overnight, Ziggy, have you not?
As the months went on with the chemo, it got harder and harder to train. I'm not going to kid you. I just couldn't really do much. I was personal training. My clients didn't know I was going through chemo. I was literally dying. I got some clips right here of me training some clients. You'll just see how out of shape and how shit I look. This one client in particular is Manuel. He's a Michelin star chef, And this is us training.
Good morning. Up, up, whoop, up, whoop. Right, left, right. Up, 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 double jab. Up, up. Adios. Adios.
Another superstar I was training was young Claire.
You'll cover and elbow at the same time. It's pretty safe like that.
I eventually told her, and that's purely for the fact that she ended up getting cancer. But Claire's all good now. She's on the mend, and God bless her, she's a superstar. So once you do get this disastrous bloody disease, you got to keep your fitness up. Whether it's walking, whether it's 5 minutes outside doing something, do something. You got to do something. You got to move. You got to get that body going.